today we'll do a little bit of a get ready with me, a little bit of a catch up, just a, you know, slow, chatty, let's put our makeup on. It's a rainy day, I love it. It's gloomy, it's cloudy, it's wonderful, it's cozy season. So I thought, let's have a cup of coffee and let's do our makeup, because what else can we do, hey? Right, I got a new sponge because I needed a new sponge, but look at the size of this. It's the size of my head. I mean, I'm not really sure about this, but I just thought, oh, why didn't I just get a big sponge? Right. Oh, update on the eye cream. This is really good. This is the Caffeine Eye Cream by the Inky List. It's amazing. I mean, I've got quite indented under eyes, and this is just, it's just smoothed them out. They don't look as prominent, and I've only used this for like a week, and I'm really impressed. So yeah, also painted my nails. I'm using Essie Wicked, but you know, I only painted them yesterday and they've chipped already. Great. Right, now I've been enjoying BarePro on its own. So you know I like to mix it, but let's be really gentle with this. I've quite enjoyed using it just on its own. I think the shade is really nice for winter, but it just leaves, it's just really smooth. I don't know how to, do you know what I mean? It's very smooth. And while I was away, I was just wearing this, and it looks so nice in pictures, and it just looked really smooth. So we're going to use my giant egg. This is bizarre. It's too big, I think. Let's see, does it do the face quickly? I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, goodness. That's a big sponge. And so I thought I'd use today the bareMinerals Bounce and Blur, because one of you asked me about it and said, could you do a tutorial, you know, could you use it in one of your makeup things? Because I've got the same palette, so I'd love to do that. Yeah, and I just thought we'd chat about stuff that make us feel comfortable, make us feel comforted, because at the moment it's all a bit much, isn't it? It's all a bit much, you know? So I thought we'd chat about different ways that we can feel better about things, you know, because I always think to myself, what would I want someone to tell me, or you know, what would help me in turn helping you, I don't know. And I think doing our makeup, even though we're at home, just taking that time to just play with makeup, it doesn't really get around the nose area here, which is annoying, just makes us feel a bit better. Because I tell you what I've been loving, I love anyway, is watching QVC, the beauty channel, when they show Tarte or bareMinerals or Elemis, or I just love it, and especially the Christmas shows, when they show all the new Christmas gifts. It just makes me feel so warm inside. And I love how they say, treat yourself, you know, we all deserve a little bit of a treat, you know, put your makeup on, feel good about yourself. And I think, yeah, it's so true. It's that, it's kind of, you know, wear your nice clothes at home. You don't have to do it every day, but, you know, whatever makes you feel good. I mean, some people just don't want to wear makeup or don't like makeup or whatever, and that's fine. But I think, you know, if you're watching my channel, you obviously do. And we kind of like similar things. And if you're like me, putting on a bit of makeup is just, I don't want to say life changing, but it is really, isn't it? It just, you know, throughout the day you catch yourself in the mirror and you think, oh, you know what I mean? It's, okay, let's try this under the eyes. Goodness, this is like a big egg. It's really weird. I don't know why I thought, I mean, I've got the smallest face in the world, why I thought this would be a good idea. I think because it was cheaper than the one beauty blend, sponge or whatever it was, and I thought, oh, I'll get that. I don't know. But yes, you know, it's all about feeling a little bit better. You know, experimenting with that smoky eye you always wanted to try but wasn't sure. Wearing a red lip, you know, because you can, you know. It's just all about feeling better. You know, no one's asking you to feel miraculous, no, but any little thing that can make you feel better, whether that's having a sweet coffee with extra creamer, or treating yourself to a festive donut, or buying a new lipstick, anything like that, watching something that makes you feel good, avoiding the news, you know, I think all that kind of helps a bit. Right, that's the BarePro on. I wear the shade Warm Natural 12, and I'm still waiting for the bareMinerals Christmas extravaganzas on QVC because I live for that, you know what I mean? I haven't seen anything yet, so I'm like, what is going on? When are we getting the bareMinerals Christmas? I think the American QVC, Jessica Faust, is already, I think she's got this new like limited edition original, which has got like a Christmas lid and everything. I think that's going to be on the American QVC, which is, I love the American QVC. Oh my God, it's the best. So I'm waiting for that because it's just, it is so, when I'm feeling like, you know, a little bit, Mrs. I like to call it, QVC every time. I'm like, ah. Or of course YouTube, just makeup tutorials. And I've been scouring, you know, YouTube for old school makeup videos. You know, old school YouTubers who just chat and, you know, do their makeup and stuff like that. That's what I really, really like. So I've been watching that, and it's just soothing. It's so soothing, isn't it? Just watching people put on their makeup, or talking, or, you know. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah. So I was watching the Saucony Jolies, who, you know, I love to pieces. They now have a podcast out called No Kids Allowed, and of course I love it and how I'm there for it. And they were talking yesterday about when are you like truly yourself, or how to be comfortable in yourself, and it's like the metamorphosis. And Jonathan was talking about he morphed. How has he morphed? Well, he's in his 40s and he feels like comfortable, most comfortable that he is now. And that is our metamorphosis into complete comfortableness, our inner child. Because when you're younger, you kind of aspire to be a certain way. And when you get older and you are completely comfortable with yourself, is that you honouring that inner child? Do you know what I mean? Because you didn't have any inhibitions, or do you know? And he was saying how he's morphed, right? And Anna's sort of, they're on the road to it. She's not completely the person that she wants to be, but she's on the road. And I was like, that's really interesting, because I feel like in my 20s, like, I was the most confident person. I knew exactly who I was, what I was doing, no fears of any kind. Not relatively, you know. And then when I got into my 30s, when I thought, gosh, I'll have it all sussed by then, I think in my 30s, I mean, I'm 38 now, I found very difficult, as in who I am, you know, and what you kind of look back on the things that you've done and what you've achieved, and, you know, it's very difficult for me to kind of give myself praise for my YouTube or blog or anything like that, you know. And it's only recently that I've started to, especially with the lockdown and the pandemic, how we're all kind of in this together. We're all kind of we're all in limbo, you know, and it's kind of comforting to know that everybody's in the same boat, you know, and I think you've got more time to question yourself. I mean, I'm an overthinker, so I question myself all the time. But anyway, it's only recently that I've decided that I've started to, you know, talk to myself better, accept myself, believe in my abilities, and not over catastrophize situations or things like that. Do you know what I mean? I think we have to just talk to ourselves a bit better, a bit nicer, and yes, not compare yourself to others and your situations to others, but just kind of, you know, be accepting of who you are. And I really feel really good in myself at the moment, really good in myself. You know, I'm happy with my fitness, you know, I'm happy with the work that I'm doing. I'm just really good in myself at the moment. You know, and I think sometimes going away, having a break, a bit of a change of scenery, you know, kind of puts things into perspective. And while we were away, we were doing big hikes, and we had to, the last hike we did was a huge hike up to Red Pike. I mean, literally at one point we were rock climbing. And we had to go up all these stones, and it was like streams trickling down, and I'm slipping and sliding, and I don't think I can get up there, and you know, but I did. And I thought, you know, this is quite a good analogy, because if you can overcome your fears and do what you didn't think you could do, I don't know where I'm going with this. The point is, I got up the mountain, okay? And I felt really good about it. But the point is, one has to be a little bit gentler with ourselves, okay? Because, like I said, we are our worst critics. And we're all doing our best. We can only do our best, you know? You're allowed to have, you know, and also the other thing, you're allowed to have feelings and emotions. I saw this thing on Instagram about toxic positivity, this force-fed affirmations or force-fed information to be positive. You must be positive. You think positive, you'll be positive. And I am really against that, because I'm a huge advocate of feeling what you're feeling. You shouldn't push feelings down because, oh, it's taboo, or, you know, I have to be positive. I hate that. Do you know what I mean? If you're feeling like shit, then acknowledge the feeling, accept it, and move past it. Do you know what I mean? You have to kind of, you can't, but I know in the other sense you have to kind of, yes, you kind of have to push through some things, but I think if you allow yourself to go, okay, I'm not feeling great today. Okay, but what can I do that will make me feel comforted? Not better, not what will make me get over it, what will make me feel comforted, and do all the things that make you feel comforted. And I think that helps. You know, also if you're an overthinker and stuff like that, sit down and do your makeup, because the minute you start sitting down, applying your products, you sort of start, your thinking kind of stops, and you can just enjoy putting on your makeup and looking at the transformation, and, you know, drinking a hot drink out of a lovely mug, putting a candle on, putting something nice on in the background, thinking about what you're going to have for lunch. Maybe you might bake something in the afternoon, maybe not. I baked cookies. I'm never baking again. Every time I bake cookies, it comes out absolute pants. But there you go. Anything that makes you feel fine. Okay, I'm just going to go, I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'm going to come back because this is going to take forever. Brows done. Right, we're going to go in with Bounce and Blur. So I think this whole situation of pandemic, which is a real, you know, has put things into perspective for a lot of people. And I think it's given us time to look at ourselves and think, right, what am I as a person, kind of thing, and looking at things as, you know, I'm a massive people pleaser. You know, I've come to a realization that you can't make everybody like you. Not everyone's gonna, I don't like everybody. So why does it bother me so much? And this is with everybody. It could be, you know, a shop or the coffee person or anybody. Like I just want to be liked. It's strange to the point where you become like a doormat almost. So these are the shades. And that could be with friends. It could be with anything. You want to be, well, I'm coming to the conclusion of, we all need to be very clear. We should be able to voice our opinions without the fear of upsetting whoever, you know. We have to be sort of like open and clear. Do you know what I mean? I can't explain it, but you know what I mean. I'm going to go in with this all over my eyelid. You know, if you're like me and you're a people pleaser, you never ever want to say, you know, what you feel, you know, because in worrying that you're going to hurt somebody's feelings or, you know, stuff like that. But I'm coming to the conclusion where I'm going to say what I bloody want from now on. Do you know what I mean? I'm like nearly 40. I'm going to say what I want going forward. And also setting boundaries and things like that, even with friends, you know. You know, if someone calls and it's not a good time for you to chat, then you should be able to say, oh, I'm really sorry, it's not a great time to chat. Can I call you back later? Without the person, you know, bursting into tears. Do you know what I mean? Like, it has to be like, you have to be able to say what you want without it being personal. And Matt Haig, he's a writer, and he wrote, one of the books I read was Notes on a Nervous Planet. He writes about depression and anxiety, and he put up this post on Instagram yesterday. I'm going to go in with this red shade on the lid, and he was saying, it was like basically a no post. It was like, let's use this. It was like, no, I don't want to come into London to be on a television show. No, I don't want to, whatever. It was like, no. And he was saying it shouldn't be taboo to say no to things if you don't want to do it. No, I don't want to, whatever. Your no's, what are your no's? No, yeah? You're allowed to be no. So I thought that was really good. I'm going to use this all over the eyelid, this red shade. So I used this all over the eyelid, and now I'm going on with this cranberry shade. You know? So yeah, there we go. No, I don't want to join your pyramid scheme. No, I don't want to. And this is the other thing, like even on like, you know, acquaintances, just because you've known somebody for 20 years doesn't mean you owe them your friendship, doesn't mean you owe them your personal information on life. Do you know what I mean? That really annoys me, like, especially if you never talk to the person and you never meet up with them and you knew them 100 years ago. I personally don't feel comfortable sharing my life, and I share more with you guys on YouTube than I do with said people, because I just think I don't like nosy people. You know, people in your past who want to know what you're up to, what's going on, you know, and you just think, why are you liking my pictures? Why are you talking to me? We haven't talked for years, you know. So I've blocked them, and I didn't do it for years. I'd follow their businesses, I'd follow this, and I think, why? I don't owe them anything, you know what I mean? We were never properly friends then, and we're not friends now. So why the hell do you need to be watching my stuff? Do you know what I mean? My life. And I felt I was like, before I'd feel so guilty that I didn't want to block, and then I thought, you know what, I don't give a shit, I'm blocking. I don't want you to see my life, and I don't want to see yours. So, there we go. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you should feel bad about it. We always feel so guilty over the most ridiculous things. But it's like, you have to think back. What's that person bringing to your life? Do you know what I mean? I'm just a bit, we have nothing in common, we don't talk, we never talked then, but we were friends through whatever, acquaintances, why do you want to be friends now? I just don't get it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a bit funny about things like that. I'm the sort of person that's really questioning of one's motives. That's how I am. Why? Why do you want? Why? No. So, and I'm a very good judge of character. I work on vibes. Like I can feel whether you are, whether you have good intentions or not. And with friendships, I can. Oh my god, this eyeshadow is so like. I feel like it's just spread down my whole frigging face. With friendships, I'm very, very picky. Very. Oh, I mean, I'm just going to really blend this out now. Is this turning into a Halloween look? Because I think it is. Very picky with friends, and I think you should be, you know, because people don't always have good intentions. And you always see like people like, oh, it's my best friend forever. Oh my god, I love her. She's like my sister. Oh my god. Yeah. Until that person betrays you. Yeah. So I'm not saying be a closed book, but listen to your gut. Okay? And also ask yourself, and I've said this before, what is the person bringing to your to you? Oh God, I had this friend, I used to work with her, and every time we'd meet up, she would drag me from this place to that. We're going here, we're eating this, we're doing that, we're doing this. And I was just like, you're telling me what to do. I don't get any say in this. I don't want to go here, and I'd like to go there. And it was just, every time, it was just like that, and I was like, nah, done. I'm like that, and honestly, I don't go dithering back and forth. I'm just like, thank you, good night. Right, so I've put the red on. We've used those two shades. I'm going to take this now gold shade and just put it in the middle. I want to do a green look, you know, because of my pajamas. So I think green, but because you asked me about the bounce and blur, I'm doing bounce and blur. Anyway, I hope I'm making sense, you know? Because once I start gassing, I don't know if this goes on very well with a finger. I'm going to use a brush. I'm going to use a flat brush. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So there we go. Now, let's talk about telly. There's nothing on TV. What the hell? And can I just say, I'm watching that. I've watched one episode of Bly Manor, or The Haunting of Bly Manor, and I'm already bored to tears. Like, I'm just bored, and I can't even get through the second episode. I'm just, ugh. I mean, oh no, this doesn't work either. Flipping heck. Goes on the brush, but it's not coming on the thing. Let's just carry on with a finger, shall we? Yeah, I just think it's so boring. And I think that acting is really shit as well. Saying that, I enjoyed Hoobie Halloween. Yeah, but it's a different kind of thing, isn't it? Oh. I like this gold on top because it gets kind of like, you can see you get kind of like this is a very bonfire-y look, isn't it? Now, I'll tell you, these shadows are good if you don't like using brushes and you're kind of a fingery person, because you can just use your fingers, basically. I'm going to try and take that gold on here, on this brush, and kind of put it underneath. Also, another thing, like with Instagram and stuff like that, I can't be bothered with hashtags anymore. I've been doing it for long enough. The number stays the same. I'm just going to post whatever the hell I want. Hashtag, no hashtag, can't be bothered. Also, you know, and I tell you what I don't like is when you're constantly liking somebody's pictures. You're constantly liking. You're following their dog post and what have you, and you comment, and they never ever acknowledge you. Oh my God. Okay, so you've got 140,000 followers. what, does that make you exempt from liking smaller Instagram accounts? Or, you know, like, you can tell when someone constantly likes your stuff. Like, how do you ignore it? I just don't understand it. So, or subscribing to people's channels that you've subscribed to for years, you know, you've commented on for years, and they still don't acknowledge you. I mean, do you know, like, you just think, oh my goodness, really? Why should you be supporting their channel when they just, you know? And there's some people, I've got, look, I tell you, I've done the commenting. I have done where I've sat for hours and commented on every person's video, you know, and I've done it for years, and I just can't, who can sit there and comment on everybody's video anymore? It's just impossible. I watch what I want to watch, you know. If I am compelled to comment, I comment. If not, you know, then I don't. But I'm not, and even if that's reciprocated, I don't care. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's like, you get people who, like, the minute you stop commenting on their videos, they stop on yours and they stop watching. I mean, I'm still watching, I'm just not commenting, because, or maybe I'm not watching. But look, you know how when you start on YouTube, you follow everybody and you watch everybody and you're kind of back and forth and da-da-da-da-da-da. But, you know, it's a lot of work and it's tiring, and to be fair, I've done it for years and I'm done with it. I'm going to watch what I want, I'm going to comment what I want. Yeah. Right, so you know I said I got, oh, my hands are so dry. You know I said I got this bloody roller lash liner. Why did I get it? I hate it. I much prefer my gel eyeliners, but I'm going to use it now. Oh no, hang on, wait. We need to do some sort of liner, but there's only greys in here, and I'm not about that for lining. So what I'm going to do, ladies and gents, is, because like when I've got an eye like this, I like to really smoke it out. Oh, and you know what I was thinking about the other day as well? Oh, I can't even get into there. Oh God. Right, I'm going to just try and do my eyeliner in here, in this mirror. I was thinking about, and this is like when I go to bed, I'm like, this is what I think about. Remember back in the day, like the 90s, when you had all the great Halloween movies, Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Halloween, oh God, and then the spoof movies came out. Oh, this isn't working. Oh. The spoof movies came out, you know, with the Wayans brothers and stuff. Oh my gosh, it was so like, I don't know, it was such a good time. I know you can't really reminisce on, you can't really stick in the past, but it was good times. The films were good, and now, what do we have? There's scary movies, but they're like, oh yeah, they're scary movies, but they're like over the top. They're like grotesque. You know, what can we make that's really disturbing? Like, you know, it's not like, whereas Scream, and I know you did last summer, was just kind of like, I don't know what it was like, but I liked it. What am I saying? Right. Okay, so now, I'm really not prepared, am I? I've done that, okay. And what I want to do is smudge it in, but okay, let's just smudge it what we can of that. Has it smudged? I've seen loads of reviews on the Natasha Denona palette, which I kept thinking, I really like it. And I look, and in the palette, the shades look so nice, but all the tutorials I've watched, bar one, I don't think the colours I don't like the colours, not for me anyway. And I like a cool tone, so I don't know why I don't like it, but I don't. Anyway, I'm going to try and use this eyeliner. And I'm going to start there. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. Yeah. Well, you know, if I wake up at that time, I'm going to get up. There is no point in lying there trying to go back to sleep. No point. So I got up and I was watching Gossip Girl. And there's something just so magical about watching Gossip Girl at 6 in the morning. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I love the outfits, goodness, and the makeup, and you know, it's just, again, it's comfort TV at its finest. I like to watch Made in Chelsea, I like to watch Anyways Essex, because for me, it's just comforting. Housewives of Cheshire. You know what I mean? Okay, how many times can I say, do you know what I mean? But do you? It is, it's so comforting. I just love it. I love watching, see what they're wearing. I don't know, it just, that's what I'm saying about the comfort factor. I've done this pretty good, but my point is, look, they don't match. Oh God. And also, I'm just not into this liner look anymore. I like my smudgy, smoky gel from Bobbi Brown, and I'm waiting for some lovely Christmas colours, because they had these lovely Christmas colours at one point, like emerald green and sparkly brown. I was like, oh, I want them. Okay, now for lips. Oh, mascara, what the hell? How could you forget? So this is the Bad Gal Bang. Again, it's all right. Have spoken about it, but let me put that on and I'll be back. An hours later, I'm still doing my mascara and I've managed to smudge it all over my face. Brilliant. Fantastic. And I look like I've got a moustache as well. I was going to put mascara on the bottom lashes, but sod that. Let's just go on to lips, shall we? Right, I've been dying to get this out because you know I spoke about it in my 4 favourites, and it's the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in Soft Spoken. So yeah, I want to try this. Oh, I want to tell you about Boots in Guildford. Oh yeah, first of all, if any of you know Guildford, hasn't it gone down the pan? Hasn't it gone to shit? It looks terrible. It looks really rough and dirty, and the people hanging around, not good, not good. And obviously, you know, Gap's gone, the bookshop's gone, half the shops are empty. So you end up getting these disgusting phone shops, you know, selling phone covers, you know, the kind of crap you get on Tottenham Court Road. It's like, no, this is not what I want on my high street. It's really disappointing. Anyway, the only good thing is the Boots. They've completely revamped it. You've got MAC, Too Faced, Huda Beauty, It Cosmetics, all the big brands, and they've laid it out like, you know, an American style, like Ultra or something. Amazing. Well done. It needed that. It needed a revamp. I think it's when you've got a bright light shining on you, you can kind of see, oh yeah, I need to wax my top lip. And I've run out of my wax strips. Oh. Isn't that a nice colour? Oh gosh, I was going to use a bareMinerals one because I was using bareMinerals, but anyway, I'm using this. I used to wear this every autumn, winter, continuously. I loved this. It looks different on everybody, I must say. Like on me, it looks quite rosy, quite pink. On other people, it can look a bit brown. This is what I'm always saying, when you buy stuff because of people on the internet, it may translate very different on you than it does on them. I've noticed this quite a bit. So just be aware. This is too big. Maybe it's nice for your body if you want to do some body makeup perhaps. But I do feel like it's a ostrich egg, and I'm like, you know. Oh, should we do highlight just before? I don't feel ready to go yet. It's been a long video, hasn't it? Well, this is Delilah. I've spoken about this before. It's called Pure Light. It's the compact illuminating powder in the shade Aura. And I did a video about this in probably 2015, if you care to have a look. But it's a gorgeous powder. It's got lavender, gold, peach. It's got all different shades in it. Look at that. You know, look at it. It is just, you know, the kind of look I love at this time of year is like top knots or ponytails and just sweaters, like full face of makeup, but like sweater leggings and Uggs, like the basic of the basic. I love it. I think it looks so nice. I think it's just the prettiest. I think girls are the prettiest when they've got high buns. I just love high buns and high ponytails. I just think, and just casual but makeup. Yeah, there we go. I think it's more pretty than a dressed up clubbing kind of look. Well, obviously you're not going to go with your Ugg boots to a club or something, and you're not going to go in this kind of era, but I'm just saying in general, I think it looks nicer. Like was it last year? Oh, I don't know. You know when you're like out and you see like a couple or something and you kind of make up a story, you come up with a, you know, whatever. Well, years ago we were out somewhere, I think it was the Silent Pool Distillery. Anyway, it was a market or something, and there was this young couple that obviously on a first date, right? And this is broad daylight during the day. It's kind of going around to the food market, and the girl was dressed in the tightest mini dress and heels, no jacket, no cardigan, nothing, in the middle of the day. And I just thought, and she was so uncomfortable, and it was like, and you know, and he was just, and it was just sort of like awkward. And it's like, number one, I don't understand what it is with some girls and not having a jacket. Like, why do you not want to wear a jacket? Like, even like, you know, in England when people used to go out clubbing, they never wore any jackets or anything. Like, it was cold. It was like February or something. I just thought, why you don't? I felt like going up to her, going, listen, love, I know, but you don't need to show off all the goods on your first date, especially when the environment doesn't call for it, because you just look out of place. You just look silly, you know? And these girls don't realise that they look so much better in jeans and trainers, hair up, you know? Personally, that's what I think. I don't, you know what I mean? But like, you would have looked so much better had you just worn a pair of jeans and maybe a knit, you know, so you could be comfortable and not have everyone stare at you and not feel awkward and enjoy the day. But I guess if you're like 16 or whatever, you think you need to dress a certain way. You think you need to be, you know, girls' ideas of being sexy is like wearing like next to nothing, when it's actually the other way around, because I feel like it shows you're confident in yourself and you're happy in what you're wearing, and you don't need to show, you know, everything. But you know, you live and learn. They don't know this at the time, do they? Oh, God. My thing is comfort. Oh my God, I've talked for too long. You've done the makeup, Chatty. You can stop now. Right, I'll let you go. I hope you like this look using this palette. I can't say it's my favourite. I really can't say it's my favourite. But you asked for it, so I did it. Okay? Now, I hope you're having a wonderful week. I hope you're being kind to yourself, playing with your makeup, keeping it comfortable, and remember, everything will be all right in the end. And if it's not all right, it's not the end. John Lennon. Bye.